This is November 5th, 2020. I have original parts mostly from a 64 Corvette convertible, which we have customized. This is the brake parts that were on the car. You will see the brake pads were newer. If not new, they had very little mileage on them. And then the brake drums, of course, are thick, and there's the spare parts we got back from the shop. Over here is the original gas tank. It does have some debris and needs to be washed out as far as that goes. The back of it, you'll see the original mark on it, which people want on a restoration. Over here is a newer tank that we did put into the car, but again, being customized, we went stainless, and this tank was in there for maybe one load of gas, and then it was removed, unfortunately, at that point. All right, looking down the line, you'll see that we have the original glass here from the side windows, some spare parts. This is the mechanism for the windows that we took out. It is now a Roadster, so we don't need those. Over here is the steering parts that came out, along with the radiator and the support for that radiator. Those parts are also available. As we go down, you'll see more of the steering parts, as my associate does not fall. We have the battery tray, one being original and one replacement. Here we have the chrome, which is in really good shape. It's got some dust on it, but if you can see a close-up of it, you'll see that it's really good chrome as far as, not many major dinks in it, dents and dinks, some here and there. This was, since we cut out the windshield, this is the top to the windshield, just an extra part, and then some weather sealing at that point. Coming around the back here, down the middle, here's your door panels. So different parts for that, and some labels that we got from the builder. The next ones are the windows, the side windows. These have been re-chromed by Paul's Chrome in Pennsylvania. The windows are original, but we've replaced a lot of the gasket material around it, so those are in really good shape. In the back are the door panels that were on the car, so those you'll have to replace a lot of the parts on them. We do have a couple of them here, but mostly they were put on another panel. Now there's some extra spare parts over here that are labeled. You can see them: screws for tail lights and driver's side felt, and the light that goes in the back behind the seats, washer stuff, spare parts, and the long lines, of course, are the brake lines that were taken off the car. Now going down the line again, we're starting to get into the original steering wheel and some heater parts. The tubing in between is off the back of the car, if you're familiar with that. And then we start going down into various parts for the heater and mechanisms. You'll see the pulleys for the vents and the duct work, the cable for the speedometer. Here is the heater core, and you can see again, the pulls for that and the duct work that we took out from that car. This, I believe, is the part that goes around the back of the deck for the convertible top. As we keep on going, here's your heater motor, the glove compartment door, and then the most important part that a lot of people want is the original dashboard, which again we customized, so we saved that part. You can see the speaker on the top, and you know, it's in really good shape. If you need some particular pictures of it, we can do that. In the back are some other spare parts that they put in a box for us. The sway bar in the back is actually an aftermarket part, which is heavier and, you know, helped it steer. The little tiny red dots there are the, I believe they're brand new lock buttons for the side doors in the car. If we go a little bit further here, these are the wiring harnesses that came out of the car. As you can see, quite a bit there. A couple of different harnesses for the car. So if you need something that, you know, some closer pictures, I'll try to unwind it, but there's a lot there. All right, going over on the corner. This was parts that were in the car that were not original, like the fan unit, the updated shocks, that kind of stuff, which we know, as I bought it, I knew there were things that were added to the car, so I can't say everything is original. So you'll have to do a little research as far as that goes, and please note that you cannot put certain windows that are convertible in a hard top. So just don't buy them and make that mistake. Okay, going across, some of your little hood latches and stuff here. Moving on to what was in the car as far as the radio antenna. I don't believe that's original, but some other people say it was. Seat belts, and then another critical part is your center console with the padded armrest, but you can see the shape of that. Has the ashtray for that, and it's in really good, you know, as far as looks. Then we have our shifter cables that are available. The next stuff is, these are springs that were in the car. They're double helix, meaning that they're a tighter wind on it, but the car was slightly raked towards the front. So these are not original, but kept the ride height and made it a lot smoother. The actual chrome underneath of that is from a different year, and it's in fair condition. Okay, that should give you a pretty good tour of what's going on. And so we'll be selling these parts hopefully in one whole package, but we'll see as it goes.